Hi guys, I'm pissed off. Let's talk about it. Please like and subscribe. I'm actually supposed to be in an interview, but the person pulled a no-show. And upon doing further investigations, I am realizing now that I may have gotten scammed. You would think I know about the scams and scammers, but they got me today. So I got this job off of LinkedIn. Uh, Recently, I've been trying to give LinkedIn a chance because I've been seeing a lot of content creators talking about how, you should give LinkedIn a chance. If you go on the search bar on LinkedIn, and then you type the industry that you're interested in and type hiring or something like remote, is going to show you some remote jobs. And you go on the post tab, that is where you're going to see a lot of recruiters posting jobs, because sometimes recruiters don't want to post jobs on the jobs tab because it gets flooded with bots and just AI generated stuff that just makes their job a pain, right? So I thought, okay, that actually makes sense. So I've been spending a lot of my time on LinkedIn searching for jobs that way. So last week I was on an interview. It was legit. I actually got an interview using this method. It was for a UK company, but you are not gonna believe how much those people wanted to charge me. Let's just unpack it in this video. I'm gonna try and make it short. So for that job, they needed a customer service person, right? So obviously I structured my CV in such a way that fits what they're looking for. Oh, and another thing about jobs on LinkedIn is that there is no ATS necessary, because they just see the CV that you send on their email, and it doesn't have to go passing through all of those things, which is actually good as well. So I sent her my CV, this lady, and she responded and said, I see a gap in employment from this time to this time. What were you doing? And my favorite line, you guys know I always say this, I've been freelancing. I've been a freelancer, getting different clients from platforms such as Upwork, but I've been working like short-term projects. It works every time. It works all the time. You have to use it if you have a gap, but you have to be very strategic about it. So use this thing. I'm not gatekeeping, right? Fine. So it's interview day, and another thing about LinkedIn jobs is that they don't write how much they're gonna pay you. So it's interview day. I'm speaking to her. We're having a great time. She's asking about my experience. I am answering, going back to the job description just to show her that, you know what, I can do this, girl. But for this job, they needed somebody who was going to answer a high volume of calls, like 70 to 100 calls a day. And I thought, ooh, that's a lot. And she was like, yes. And towards the end of the interview, she's like, okay, the pay for this job is $500 and it's a full time. I was like, what, girl? What do you mean? And she was like, yeah, this is the pay for the job. Are you fine with it? It's like, it was like so psychological. She caught me off guard, and this just taught me something, that you have to always be ready to negotiate for yourself, because I found myself just saying, yes, I'm fine with that. I was not fine with that. You know how much is $500? It's like, what, 7 or 8,000 rand. And if you have a full-time job, that means you're going to be focusing all your energy on that job. So you're not going to have a lot of time to be applying to other jobs. And I did tell her, I said, she was like, what do you want for your next role? And I said, I want to join a company and stay there long term, and that money is not going to help me to stay there long term. Obviously, I'm going to jump ship immediately when something better comes along. And also, we have a problem that I think, I'm not sure if she saw it, but on my end, there is a little bit of desperation. I need to get a job fast. That is why I also just said it's fine. And then she said, okay, the next interview is going to be with the senior recruiter. We will tell you when we are moving forward with you, if there is going to be another interview. And the advice there is that we, as job seekers, you have to be in a position where you are able to negotiate for yourself, and I feel like, I truly believe that the budget for this job was not that amount, because she first asked me, hey, what are you doing right now? And then I said, we just finished work with my client. So she's like, oh, so you are available immediately. So I think it told her that, okay, this girl does not have anything going on right now, so this is the amount that I'm gonna give her. I don't know, I'm just speculating. Now today's one, I also got it from LinkedIn the same way. There was a job posted with an email address. I sent my CV to the email address, and then I got a response. This lady called whatever, I'm not gonna say her name. So this lady tells me, hey, we don't have anything for you for this position, but there are other positions that you could be a great fit for. Should we explain further? And I said, yes, please do that. And then she sent me a link for an interview, saying, okay, let's speak. We think you're going to be a great fit for this position. Please book a date so that we can speak. I book a date, which is for today. So yesterday, and I've been doing a back and forth with her, talking to her, no problem, telling her that, yes, I'm interested. Yes, we can book a date. Yes, I've picked a date, things like that. We were having great communication. So I was like excited to meet her. So yesterday, I get an email from her saying, hey, I have a slot for 1 p.m. EST. Could you please tell me if that's going to be a great slot for you, so that we can do the interview today? That was yesterday. I respond to her email and I said, I'm not available for that. I was actually busy with something else. I said, I'm not available for that. I'm still available for the regular slot that we picked, which is today right now. I send her the message, it doesn't go through. I send her the message again, it doesn't go through. Her mailbox does not receive any messages. I thought, oh, what? What do you mean now? What do I do now? So I just set in hopes that since there was no response, maybe from my end, maybe she saw that there was no response from my end, and I don't know if she decided that maybe I'm not interested anymore. But why is her mailbox not receiving emails anymore? That's suspicious, because I was able to speak to her literally a few days ago in that same email. So I'm doing a little bit of research on Claude and ChatGPT, and they're like, babe, you got scammed. That is how scammers operate. You got scammed. Leave that interview room. Nobody's coming. I don't know if you guys can take my advice anymore if I get scammed like this. But it's a learning curve. It's a learning curve for all of us, for me too, for all of us. And the thing that tricked me about them is that they have an internet presence. They have a website that looks like it's legit. The person is active on LinkedIn. Their company is there on LinkedIn. So I thought, I did my research and I thought everything checked out. But the thing that I didn't do is to check reviews from platforms such as Reddit and Glassdoor and all the other things. So maybe I would have gotten the idea or known that, okay, don't go there, it's a scam. But I didn't do that. So here we are, and I'm sharing with you guys. Let's be careful out there. Do our research. Please always check on platforms such as Reddit. You will hear what people are saying about anything if you want the review about anything. Okay, yeah, so thanks for checking out my videos, and thank you for 2,000 subscribers. We are happy to be here. Yeah, like and subscribe. Bye.